Hi, this is Pastor Bob, and welcome to Pastor Bob Daily one more time. In the background, you see the beautiful mountains here in Switzerland. Right now, I'm right outside of Bern, Switzerland. Such a beautiful place. And we're at a chalet, actually, right outside of the city. We're going to be here for a few days, having a conference with all the metal ministries in this part of Europe. So it's going to be a good weekend. But right behind me are the beautiful, beautiful mountains here in Switzerland, and I know that it's really hard to pick them up with my camera, but we'll get some more shots as the day goes on and as the days go on. Well, I've got an interesting question from Danny on Facebook, and he said, what about being unequally yoked? He said, my girlfriend is not a Christian. We're planning on getting married. Is it that important that she's saved? And Danny, thank you, because that's a really good question. And there are two sides to this question. There are some people that would say, you don't really have to be saved. Religion is such a personal thing that, you just find other things that you have in common. And then there are those people that would be on the other side of that fence and say that you shouldn't even think about dating somebody unless they're a Christian as well. So there's probably a little bit of a balance between the two. Or is there? I always like to look at down the road a little bit and see where people are going. We start out in the romantic phase in any relationship, and it's really where you see the other person a whole lot bigger than life. You see their good sides and not necessarily their bad sides. And even when you see something that may not please you, you think, well, I can probably live with that. They're so great in every other area. But the romantic stage doesn't stay. You go into the realistic stage, and it's during that phase of a relationship where you really need to have some very solid things in common. And if your faith is important to you, like it is to me, that's such a big issue. I can't imagine being married to somebody that didn't share the most important thing in my life. And I would imagine that as the years went by in a married situation, I would find less and less in common with the person I married. Now, it's easy to find all of that in the romantic stage. You know what I'm saying? You can find all kinds of things and dismiss all kinds of things. Love really does that to us. But if you're talking about long-term relationship, long-term intimate relationship, where you want to make sure that you really do share the most important things in your life, then you have to ask a really important question. What is the most important thing to you? That's really where it's at, isn't it? What is the most important thing to you? And very honestly, if your faith isn't the most important thing, if it's okay that you could share the rest of your life with somebody who doesn't share the same faith, I would kind of question that a little bit. Do you see where I'm coming from? Now, I can almost hear some of you now saying, Pastor Bob, you're being way too legalistic. But I'm really not being legalistic. I'm just really questioning, can you spend your whole life with somebody that doesn't share the most important things to you? And that's a question that you have to answer. Now, I can throw Bible verses all around, and I can give examples on both sides. I have a good friend that is very happily married, and his wife became a Christian after they were married, not before. And he just really felt like that would happen, and he got married, and it did. I have other friends that was hoping that would happen and didn't happen. So I guess it's a little bit of a gamble, and who knows? And I can't say that I know God's mind for you personally, because, sometimes God leads in ways that I don't understand or expect. But I think this is the fundamental question that you have to ask. What's the most important thing to you? And do you share it with that person you're about to become the most intimate with for the rest of your life? Some good food for thought. God bless you. Have a great day.